Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Live, Laugh, and Lovey. I am your girl. We are back with another episode of Married at First Sight, Season 7, Episode 8 and 9, where we are seeing the couples at their best and showing their true colors. So we got the gang. They all here. We're here to dish. All right. So, Iva,
Yes.
what you got to say about Derek and Haley?
Oh, is that his name? It's Derek?
No, it's
What?
David.
I was
David.
gonna say I've been calling him David the whole. That's what I was like. I've been calling him David the whole time. I have a bunch to say. I don't know if you want to start with me. I have a whole bunch.
Let it rip. Let it rip.
Well, I wanted to start with Haley doesn't really know how to say or listen, which I understand that, right? Because we talk a lot. But she doesn't pick up on personal cues. So that she bruised his ego with the money thing. And even though it was a joke to her, all she had to do was kind of like come back and be like, I'm sorry, but give like a sincere apology, because her apology or I'm sorry was like, get over it or get through it, fool. Like, I'm done. I said I'm sorry. That's it. And he wasn't going to take that. You know what I'm saying? I think he felt like she was talking down to him, which could have been. But then on the same hand, he needs to like put on his big girl panties and like push on, because he was being a Molly. He was in his Molly mode. He would not let it go. He would not until the end, and we'll talk about that. But I was pissed off at him at the end until he made his decision. But I thought he need. I don't think that you should use anybody's disability against them. Shortcoming, okay, or experience or past. She told him that the experts knew what it was, but she didn't tell everybody else on that panel. How know I wanted them to know that real quick, you know what I'm saying? And then how you said it as a negative. If it didn't matter, then you shouldn't have said it. You should have been like, I'm with this person who smokes. I'm with this person who smoked, and then she this, and then she condescending, whatever. I'm with this drug addict that smoked. I was hot. And I had been on his side the whole show, or both episodes, until that point. That point pissed me off. So now he had to get all soft. He had to be all nice because he was motive. Because he called her out and she started crying. He was hella motive. And she called, she started crying, which was like sincere. And I was but I will say I'm surprised. I thought he was going to have to change his mind and be like, I'm going to change it to a stay, because I knew he had leave on his paper.
Johnny?
So I agree with everything Iva said, except the part that Haley pawned that off as a joke. It was not a joke, Haley, because when he called you on it the next day after it was said, she followed up with the reason why I said this was, what was her excuse? It was because I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. So it wasn't a joke. You were dead ass serious, and rightfully so. But it's the way you say things to people. You just met this man. It had just been a week. So, and then David, come on. Okay, well, first of all, David did have some guilt because he kept saying, I'm looking for open this door. So he didn't know she was even coming to the little meet and greet, right? She comes in there and so maybe she's a little non-confrontational. She didn't want to deal with it, but she pawns everything off to everybody as if they were all in good when they really weren't. And they needed to have that conversation. But she did go to him and finally do it, right? She went and finally did. So his reactions, and then later on, venting to the people and just rehashing the whole thing like it was yesterday, which it wasn't, bringing it all back up. And maybe he needed to get everything to the forefront, but the way he handled it was not cool. I'm gonna have to disagree with him with her smoking. You asked to marry a stranger, so you take what comes with that stranger, okay? And you can say, my preference isn't to smoke, and can you please, like, if you're gonna do it outside. That's it. Jonne?
I agree with both of you guys. I think that when he came into the dinner, he showed class. Like he didn't, reveal what was going on, as he should not, because it's none of their business anyway. But at the same time, I'm gonna need him to stop whining. He whined the whole entire time. And then when she did try her best, I mean, it was a little extra when she did try, but he couldn't take it. Like, no, not babe, no, babe, no. She scratched me. Really? I was like, if he don't stop complaining, I was about to call him a female dog, because I was like, do you want this or not? I'm dealing with two different people. Really? You was with this woman for 1 week, and she said one thing that was not cool to you, and yet all of a sudden it's two different people. Then she said the next day in the ring ceremony, or whatever the little ceremony.
Ceremony.
Thank you. She said, I haven't smoked in over a year. I have to do so much stress, whatever, basically it's stressful being a part of that she picked up a cigarette. You hearing that, you should have been like, oh man, okay. So maybe when she did make that statement to you, she was feeling under stress. Like he's not considering anything. It's just all about, she talked about my $25 an hour job, my wage. I'm like, he's saying one more time. And I was thinking to myself, $25 ain't shit. Really? And not in this day and age, if you really want to get down to it, it really ain't shit. It's an income. At the end of the day, it is an income. Yes, you're making ends meet and you're happy about it. Great. However, move up and better yourself. Maybe that's what she was conveying to you, and she just didn't say it correctly to you. And maybe maybe by you being with her, you can give her a side where she can learn how to speak better. But at the same time, I'm looking like this dude is whining and whining and whining. He playing the violin so thick that it's like, damn, it's over. It is over.
Basically.
Okay, so I would agree with you that he was putting it on very thick. It was what's their spread? What's the Australian spread? It starts with the M. I can't think of the name of it. But yes, he did strongly emphasize her and kept harping on the fact that she said $25 and nothing. Well, we don't know, because it may convert to something more out there. We don't know. Could be, could be $1 million to them. But again, I do agree that I like the approach that he took when he first got there. He didn't say nothing, didn't kiss and tell nothing. But the minute that she got there, she started popping off. Oh, well, he's this and he's that and da-da-da-da-da. Now, to what you were saying, Jonne, about how I hadn't picked up a cigarette in a year, I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all. Because she seems like a liar to me. And she going to say whatever she needs to say in order to get herself out of the situation. She didn't seem genuine or honest to me in that particular scene, because she can't shut the hell up.
Well, she did have an ugly cry. I ain't gonna lie, that was an ugly cry. So,
girl, I was looking hard. I was looking hard for the tears. I was like, them tears better be streaming down your face. Where your shoulders is buckling? Oh no, no. I can't. But she just seemed like a liar to me, because she just would not shut up enough to receive not only what he was saying, but what the experts were saying. But I don't know his name, but the one expert, she was like, can I talk? No.
White Pastor Cal. White Pastor Cal. Or Australian Pastor Cal.
Right.
Australian Pastor Cal.
But I think that at that point she felt ganged up, because she got Yvonne got on her line, right?
Mm-hmm.
David got on her line, and then the experts. So, they were going to send her back to whatever drug of choice she was on.
Yeah, I felt that too.
Yeah, I did. And then I also thought that David had said that he was going to leave. Because I was like, there's no way that he's going to stay, because technically she is kind of verbally abusing him. It's yeah, I mean, because she's forever throwing daggers at him. She forever throwing a dig because she's talking so damn much. Shut up. But I just knew that he was going to say that he was gonna leave. I was just like, why am I putting up with this? I'm not putting up with this.
But I was confused, though. I was confused because she did go up to him, right? She talked to him. She did her way of making amends. So then by the time they got in front of the experts, like he just wasn't feeling it that whole time. I mean, he just couldn't accept. He just couldn't accept.
They didn't talk no more. That was the next day. You saw how he walked off from her at the party. She was kind of on me though. I mean, she was kind of on my nerves with that because like you try to be hella like overly affectionate, bitch. Heifer, we haven't kissed in a week or two. Like I'm gonna need you to, give me 50 feet. Like
I think it was her way to apologize, and he
wasn't there because he needed that actual. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he had over a week to get it over it.
Yeah,
you need to. I mean, not saying you have to get over it, but if you showing up, then that means showing that you want to be a part of the experiment. Mm-hmm. So if you want to be part of the experiment, you already voiced that you do not like that. She talked about your $25 wage an hour, okay? Because he said it so much. We should have did a drinking game on it. He talked about it so much that it was like, okay. And I think even that night, she did do a dry apology. And that's what it was. She had a dry eye. And then all of a sudden she come in and then she is mouth of the South telling all of it. Well, she didn't need to do any of that because he didn't say anything. And then when she did try to like, come here, babe, but it's a little hard for me to understand some of their dialects. So I'm putting a caption on the TV on them. Caption. It was like, okay, and then this is where I can see where he's saying this is a different person, because then she got aggressive. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. She was too aggressive, trying to be like everybody else. So she's seen all the other couples kiss, and all of a sudden she want to do it. But then also, I want to say this. Remember when Tosh pulled her? I was like,
but you know what? Hold on, excuse me, sorry, I hate to interrupt. But I did notice that one person was when the narrator was calling her Taj, but the lady says Taj. So I don't know how you say it over there. But I'm sorry, Jonne, go back to your point.
So
no, we gonna keep saying it. How you say her name?
Taj. So remember when Tosh pulls her like, come here, babe. And I'm like, so does her and Tosh got something going on? Do we not know about this? Because I was like, y'all too friendly, for one.
Well, you saw what she was wearing. Clearly, those were implants, because them things was way up here on her chin.
We need to talk about everybody's, I don't know if it's foundation or suntan, whatever the hell that was.
My gosh, are we going to talk about foundation? Can we please talk about Alex's foundation? She needs a Dharma Blend package. She needs a sponsorship by Dharma Blend. That her tones, because she's a pretty color. That tone that she has, she looked olive and pasty. She looked like you was gonna wipe her face and like sponge paint the wall.
Oh,
and she looked greasy. It was gross. I didn't like it at all. I didn't.
Well, I mean, since we did talk about, okay, well, who's the one with she looked orange last night?
Stacy?
Stacy? No, not Stacy.
Oh, Connie.
No, it wasn't Connie. Connie wasn't orange.
I can't think. Orange.
The one that beige.
The one that went rock climbing. Remember they went rock climbing on their honeymoon?
Oh.
Isn't that the other Tasha? Is that Tasha?
That's Natasha.
Natasha looked orange. So we had 3 different variations. We had orange, we had olive, then we had pasty white, then we had duck lips. We had duck lip orange.
And we had beige, because Connie looks beige. She be looking drowned out sometimes.
Well, Connie had a tan, because you can see.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, she had a tan. But I was like, y'all need to stop with these spray tans. That's what it is. Stop with the spray tans and stop injecting. Please stop.
Those 2 things I think are European things. That's their
but that's not Australia is not European. They're a whole it's a whole nother
maybe an Australian thing.
But it could be Euro influenced.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe they've taken over their their traits and stuff like that, because they do say mate, like English, and she kept saying doll. I don't say darling, I say doll mate. I say doll mate. Whatever she was. You know,
Stop.
say,
Don't
right.
do it. Don't do it no more. Stop with the spray tanning, especially because it takes away the beauty of the person. All I'm seeing is I just saw orange, light orange, dark orange. You need to stop. You need to stop. So yeah, let's not do that.
Well, you know, when you want to have melanin, you want to be us, but you really don't want to live in our shoes.
Hello.
Facts.
Hey, can't help it. We got this beauty. We got big lips, big butt. You know, it's all good.
Come in all colors, but
Yeah,
you know
they
who actually had the best makeup? You
Yes.
know who had the best makeup?
who?
You Dermablend again? No,
No, she might have Dermablend. The girl who feels bad about her pimples and stuff.
Yeah.
She
But
got
her
the most
skin on
natural
point.
makeup. Yeah, she got the
Her
most
skin is
natural
on
makeup.
point though.
She got the most natural makeup. She be looking pretty.
I really don't even see her face the way she sees her face.
Exactly, because she got that makeup on point.
So back to Haley.
Oh,
Okay, so this could be a spinoff to
she's train wreck.
Yvonne and I don't know her name.
Alex.
So Alex. Okay, so somebody give me a little more. I saw Yvonne talking to her, but I didn't deeply look into what he was discussing with her. But did it have to do with her running down their business and what their honeymoon business? I mean,
yes. Basically, he came up to her and said, "Hey, dog, how's it going? Heard you the talk of the dinner."
Mm-hmm.
and then she was like something to him, and then she was like, "F off." But see, that's why you don't run your mouth.
Yeah.
So I don't think that there was nothing wrong. That's what they were supposed. Isn't that part of the experiment? That was what their jobs were there to engage and find out how things are going, because they had made a mention that a lot of them were going there making complaints about each other, and that they said that David did not. So they were all talking about it or whatever. So he talked to her. So I didn't understand.
Yeah, but Yvonne is a man. You don't need to. If you first of all, you know that your girl was in the conversation in the thick of it. That could have been your pillow talk. Find out when you guys are together, but don't just go to the source directly in front of everybody, because clearly you can tell that they could hear what the other was saying across the table. So if you sit up here talking, oh, okay, well, what's the tea? What's the tea, boo? What's the tea? And then it's all in front of everybody. So yeah, I'm gonna tell them, okay, you know what? Fuck. Now, granted, her reaction was very strong. She didn't have to throw the little piece of paper in his face.
Yeah, she was, because she told him to start over, and he did. Remember?
Yeah. But it still didn't say. I don't know. He just reminds me of. Remember on Trading Places, Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, when in the beginning when Dan Aykroyd, Muffy. He reminds me like he's a true aristocrat and aristocrat.
What? Okay.
An aristocrat. Okay. Yes.
Not the Disney movie.
Yeah,
right.
not the same. Yeah, he is a character, but
he was being nosy. But I didn't feel like it was a reason to get so confrontational, and he was shocked. He looked shocked, and he looked like he really wanted to pop back.
He did.
He did.
But
that's why he asked his wife.
It was still subtle. It was a subtle way to pop back. And then what I did, okay, so I noticed then Alex gave him that look, and then he shut it off. So, hey, I'm gonna give you kudos for that. Like, you know, because sometimes you could be with your friend or something, somebody like, oh, fall back, blah, blah. You still gonna be like, oh no, they did it. But he like checked his, you know, when she said it, it's like he immediately checked himself, and then he went back into it, and then he acknowledged it later again with them. And she had said, well, you know, she noticed some behavior, so I'm sure that she said he treated her fine, but it was the way he treated other people, you know. But you know what? He took all accountability.
Yeah.
He did, but I don't think what he did was just so bad to the point to where I'm like, oh, I really got to think twice about being with him.
Right.
No, she went too far with that. I was like, girl, that's a conversation. Look, we can
I feel-
address it, and then you sitting up there stewing in your level of upset instead of telling, hey, back off a little bit, just fall back. You ain't got to give them the mama look, like that black mama look. Right, you ain't got to give them that look. Just let them know, like, hey, just give them a slight touch, tap on the shoulder, touch something. Hey, let it go.
But
And
I hate when they like, okay, I liked when he showed his that he wanted to stay, right? And he had the ST with the heart Y.
yeah.
And then she goes through her whole dramatization, right? About weather. And then it's all this like stopping and pausing. He looking like, well, dang, is she gonna take me or not? And then she did it, and she had her stay with the explanation with the little heart too. So I'm like, they must be in the background be like, be very dramatic or something.
Oh, of course. They egged him on. Don't just come out and say your answer. Just like, well, I am going to, as I was thinking. Right, with the dramatic ass music.
Right. I was doing the music for you, Lovey.
So the producers and the directors, because clearly there is direction in reality TV, but they egged them on with that, and I felt bad for Yvonne because he just like, well, that in his mind, what I was thinking, well, why didn't you just tell me that then?
She did a little bit though, but she did give him the mama look. Was anybody else surprised? I was genuinely surprised. I had to write my note on this that he was as social as he was with everybody, and she was as reserved and calm. I would have thought they'd have been different because I thought of him as an aristocrat, like he's kind of stuck up or he's kind of boorish or so. I did, and the way he was like talking to everybody, hey,
But
I
I
thought
think
when
he's happy, and I think that
he
is. That's
he is, and it's and when he went up to Haley, like I think that it was just maybe he had an extra couple of wine or something. What are you laughing at? I think he had maybe like an extra glass of wine, so he could have been a little bit, kind of loud.
Oh yeah, they was all to free drinks. What?
Right. So
Free
I'm
meal?
thinking that
It was a free
right.
It's
I'm
on.
thinking she was just kind of hot. She was already hot. Had she talked to she hadn't even pulled her dude aside by that time, right? Because I like how Stacy came and told her when she was, giving her dissertation, and Stacy was like, "Let me just tell you right now, before you even go here, I still want to hear what you got to say because I'm nosy." But he didn't come in here and say nothing about you. He was real classy. And she took the word. I said the same thing. I was like, oh, he was classy. And he was classy. He didn't do it. And she was like, oh, he didn't. Oh, because she thought that she had to get everybody on her side real quick. And if you notice, the way that everybody found out about what it was that when they broke up and started going around and the guys started talking to her, she was telling the guys. Because the guys the guys were still coming to him and was like, what's up? Oh, well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. He didn't even tell the guys until she started telling. Then that's when she was like, oh, she told me something about your ways, about your money. Yes, I've never had anyone talk down to me like that. And that's what it was. His ego was bruised about that. Let's say it again. $25. Everybody take a shot, Joe.
$25 wage an hour.
But right, but he was, I don't know, he was just butthurt. But Yvonne was worried. Once he saw what's her name gave that look, he stopped everything. So am I in trouble, mate? Is everything okay? I should have stopped. He switched his whole seats like a kid. Mama.
He did.
I'm gonna get a whooping in the car for real. Remember, he moved from where he was. I'm gonna get a whooping in the car. Are you mad at me? Why did you pull away from me? I didn't. And he's like, are you okay? No. And he was like, oh.
And he even looked like that at the commitment ceremony. Because he was still looking like, dang, I really, okay, you know what? You ain't got to worry about it. Yeah,
right. I'm going to stop it.
You ain't worry about
you ain't got to worry about nothing.
No, but he's not trying to have no problems because he said he liked her and she said that he wasn't her type, but she was feeling him. So
Yeah.
working it out, So, and then they said that, that she brought up, because they both are real estate agents and stuff like that. So they can have good conversations. So maybe the experts did a pretty good job with that match.
Hopefully he'll start acting the way he acts with her. Hopefully he'll do that with his parents. Because I don't like the way he treats his parents. So that's why when she said, we have the same morally and the way he treats people the same, and I'm still going, you didn't see that episode that we saw. And you don't remember at the wedding when he was like, I'm about to leg it. You caught me at a good time. I was about to leg it. When he said he was about to book because she was singing and shit. So why,
Well, hopefully she'll be able to bring out the softer side of Sears in him.
Oh,
He also keeps him at bay, though,
Sears.
because he needs that.
He does.
He definitely needed somebody to keep him at bay. So I think it's a good balance there.
Yeah. And I would say that with him, when you all were saying that he was happy, he was friendly. No, Yvonne likes a lot of attention.
Yeah.
He likes attention. Now he is a social butterfly. He is the life of the party, but he likes attention, and that's fine. But I did like how he kept it inclusive. Hey, you need anything? Now at some point it was getting on my nerves. Like, would you stop asking me, darling? Do you need another drink? Are you okay? Okay, but I did like the fact that he took the initiative to check up on her. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're supposed to do. So I can give you got 4 brownie points for that.
That's a good segue. Let's talk about the attention.
Drinks. Haley had drinks. Connie, was you on? I don't know. Connie is so square, but was you on laughing gas? If she didn't giggle one more goddamn, she happy as She happy as shit.
She was laughing like her mom. She was laughing like her mom and her sister.
Yeah. That's where she got it from. That's where she got it from. I
thought it was nervous energy, but it was same thing for her. He had said, Johnny had said, like, after he was surprised that she was moving around the room and that he said that was, he didn't expect it and that was different. But so he is bringing out things of her. And I think this experiment overall is helping her out.
Bringing her
out.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Did you see when she was talking to whoever that was and Johnny was sitting across from him and he just looked like, you laughing? Like, who is this? And she was like, what's wrong? He was like, nothing. I'm just trying to see.
She went over to go talk to Haley.
Yeah, I've been like this. And he was like, no.
He's like, but I like it.
Yeah. But yeah. You know what I mean? I like them though. And I do like, she was a little goofy. And then when she was talking about, what did she say? Oh, you're probably wondering who you married, huh? And he was like, kind of looking at her like, yeah, bitch, like, but you still, they still turn and look at each other and just sit there. And it was like, and then turn back. I'm like,
right. I was like, can y'all get a peck? Y'all could have got something. A grab of the nipple, something. Come on now.
Ooh.
Johnny and Connie.
Johnny and Connie.
Wait. Did y'all pay attention to the intro when they had the couples, some been on vacation, some returning, and then they showed a picture of Johnny holding Connie's shirt, and they was like, some things are ugly.
Yes.
I was dying. That's what they
said. That shirt was terrible. Even the one with the lips, the one that he actually wore to the party, I was like, come on, Johnny. Come on now.
Shady boots.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I was like, oh, Lord. But yeah, I think Connie is definitely coming out of her shell. She's feeling a little bit more comfortable, not necessarily in the place where she needs to be, but she's getting there. She'll get there. They'll make it. 'Cause you see, they didn't even sit on the couch for very long. They was just like, oh, no, we know you happy. Go on and find a
Right. Yeah. They were good. Talk about attention. That segue you had with the attention. Mm-hmm. How one was getting a whole bunch and one wasn't getting any. Because Tosh is for everybody. She is for everybody.
Yeah, she was.
Except her lover. Except her wife. Except her wife.
And I could not believe that she, right, her, no, but we're building a friendship. Isn't that the plan? That is the plan, right? I don't
that
know.
is the plan? I didn't know the plan.
Exactly. Amanda looking like, I don't know, because you running everything, Pooh. I don't know.
But she didn't just say we're building a friendship. She said it feels like a friendship. But
she said we are trying. She said trying.
But it sounded like what she was saying, it really compared it to, this doesn't feel like a marriage. This feels like a friendship. But she friend zoned her.
Mm-hmm.
So where she's supposed to be. Like, and she's confused and she's flirty.
Whoa.
Yes. That's why I said her and Haley.
Disrespect for everybody. I was mad when she had the nerve to sit on that couch and say, we got along with the wedding and everything. Our friends like each other. That's why you acting like you are now, because of your friends and how they acted with her and everything like that. And, their sense of entitlement. And the fact that you had the nerve to say, I love how we were at the party and we could go off from each other and I could do my thing and she could do her thing. But Amanda was feeling the exact opposite way. Like, I didn't like how you went off and did your own thing. And, like,
but don't you go to a party? But don't we all go to a party? And if you go as a couple, it might be your friends, not your friends or not. And you might go linger off, but you do kind of turn around and check. Don't you check?
Especially if your person does not know anybody. She didn't know nobody. Remember? Why you didn't at least bring her and introduce or something? She didn't know it. She didn't go to that first meeting, so she didn't know nobody.
Whose fault is that, though?
She did not know them. That's right.
No, she didn't know anybody.
That's right.
Okay, but you also know that you in the thick of it, so go ahead and live in the moment. I was mad at Amanda that she was just really sitting up there like she was a dang college professor looking at her students acting up.
She could have went to be friendly because she liked women anyway, so she could have just went on and got friendly with the women anyway.
She could have just been talking. She should have just been talking. She was not talking very much. And I was just like, you doing too much. I mean, I'm not about to sit up here and have egg on my face while you sitting up here not only embarrassing me, but you're embarrassing us because you're a representative of us as a unit. But then, you're not sitting up here. Yeah, you're not sitting up here taking me into consideration. Okay, that's cool. Hey, David. Hey, Steven. Hey, just chop it up. Just talk. So I don't know. I kind of put the blame on the both of them. But again, it was free drinks. So they was toe up.
She looked like she was drinking water with lemon. Didn't she look like she was drinking just water that night? Like she was hot, like somebody had to get them home because it definitely wasn't about to be Tosh ass.
But you can see the difference between those who are happy and those who are not.
Oh, of course. Big time.
Coming out wherever they are at.
Yeah.
But I'll say this. Amanda had valid points because Amanda's like, we don't even spend time with each other. You always want to go out. So basically it sounds like Tosh want to take Amanda out and show off, but then you really don't want to have no relationship with her. That's the sense I'm getting on it about them.
But she also said, well, I don't have, basically she was having to say like, I don't have to be with you every waking moment. But you just met her. That was the whole point of a honeymoon. A point of a honeymoon is spending time together. She was like, I need my space. Hello? You don't get space on a honeymoon.
You had 20-some years worth of space. Girl, get over it.
Which is why you did this experiment. And why you couldn't have space with her in the living room. Why she had to have space in a whole different room. Because
like Amanda said, if it was up to me, we would have had sex by now.
Amanda
so
is the nigga. Okay.
Which leads me to my other question. When they separated and they wanted to talk about relationships and stuff like that, like, we have to figure out ourselves. Did Amanda go in the room with them? Or did Amanda with the women? Or did Amanda go in the room with the two?
I don't think Amanda was in neither. She was in neither one. She wasn't in neither room. Neither one. They had her somewhere else. Yeah. But it sounds like Tosh, she doesn't want to get to know Amanda. She just want to be seen. And then when it comes down to doing the real work, she ain't trying to do the real work. Like, I did spend time with you. No, you didn't. It was clear. On that honeymoon, Amanda was by herself.
We had dinners together. We did spend dinner. And then
this one. You ain't spent nothing. Get on out of here with that fake conversation. She was fake and phony.
So it's only been a week, okay? And then, you know, you can give somebody else, you can just, you know, try to continue to go with the flow or whatever. But I don't know, I'm kind of going to be like, I'm going to go with who you showed me you were, like initially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you showed your ass. That's why she should have said no. I'm leaving this commitment.
Thank you.
B. She should have
Thank
said
you.
no.
And go
She's
back to
wasting
your
her time.
ex.
Or find somebody else because now you on TV. People gonna want to see you. They're gonna want you now.
But she
But
wasted her time.
I will say that I am kind of glad that Amanda decided to stay because it is really early on to decide that you're going to go your separate ways. You know, give it another week or however many days that they go on between the next commitment ceremony, which I did like. At first, I was on the fence about it because I'm just like, you doing this in front of everybody. And, you know, I think in the beginning, it does kind of put pressure on the other couples for the people that are currently on the couch. Because it's like, dang, do I stay or do I go? But they filled out their ballot before they actually sat down to record. But yeah, I was just like, okay, yeah, this may be a little intimidating because, you know, they're probably thinking like, well, dang, do I want to stay? Do I really want to stay or do I really want to go? But I think as the weeks progress, yeah, that's when the meat gonna come out and, you know, people gonna be like, you better get the hell away from me. You know,
I like that commitment ceremony.
I
really
thought it
like
was
that.
different. I really thought that it was different and it does bring light, you know, and I guess because here in the States, they kind of allow the couples to kind of figure it out. Like, you know, you got to figure it out when we're not here. So, you know, just do you. But I did appreciate them bringing everyone together so that they can see other people have problems in their relationships as well. So don't feel excluded. Don't feel as though you're alone in this. So,
And they got 10 weeks too. So they're going to be doing
Yes.
this for what was it, 2 months and a half? Woof.
Yeah, it's a while.
So Taj, she's the one that is putting the walls up, okay? But what's his name? What's the young man's name who had the whole snicker? His name is Michael. Is his name Michael?
It's Michael. Yeah.
Michael.
Because it's Michael and Mikey.
Mikey, right?
So Michael, when he sat on the couch and said, "Yes, Stacey had more walls up than the Trump administration," I died when he said that. but they were able. It looked like they were, even though she did all that little, you know, she was being a David, right, for a day. But she let it go, God. And then, you know, they look like they are now in a good place. There was like no holding or whatever,
which is weird for me.
Why?
Them two are weird. I don't know. For some reason, those two are weird to me. I'm hoping that it's not going to come back like me and Joe were talking about, that she's a digger. You know what I'm saying? Because as hard as they fought on those first 2 days, that was a real fast makeup. You know what I'm saying?
But she seemed bipolar.
Oh, no.
I think they understood where their fault lied, and they understood, okay, you know what, let's talk this out. We're not gonna let this go any further than where it needs to be. Let's get it over. Boom. Now we on to the next. Because I do kind of feel as though she kind of overreacted a little bit. We've already talked about, you know, that. But I just think that they've already, you know, they come to an understanding that, you know, we got to talk this out. Because they already said, he already admitted, I'm used to having my way. I'm not used to the challenge. Okay, bet. Cool. Stacey's like, all right, game on. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I think they were fine. I think they'll be fine if they continue on that same path. But we still don't know whether or not she told him about her kids.
I was going there too, because now they're getting ready to move in with each other. And I want to know, is it going to be, do they move in like in each other's homes like we used to do in the U.S.? Or are they moving into an area? Because that girl, Poppy, she about to pop a blood vessel. Thank you. Thank you for the facial expressions. I sure wish that we had this on video so y'all can see our facial expressions. Everybody passed out, y'all, for the listeners. But I've been waiting to get on Poppy because I want to pop Poppy. Okay?
Her dress was cute though. Her dress at the party was cute. I was like, okay.
I couldn't even see it.
She came in popping.
Right.
She came
right,
in popping,
right,
and the
right,
next day looking like she was over pale on the face.
I was upset that we didn't get to see what went down because the last time we saw them before this party, they was having a great time on a hot air balloon. By the way, I did book mine for my anniversary next month. So
Did you?
July 18th, I'm gonna be running up on that air balloon like
Luke.
I'm gonna be running up on and getting on it like him too.
So funny.
I was like so disappointed in Poppy to go
Me
back into this behavior.
Man, oh ho. You know, I have two.
No, that's what she was sitting looking like, Joe.
No, she's looking like, well, it was me playing the violin. Basically, she was sitting like Haley's ugly cry. That's what it was. Okay.
Yes.
And you know, I get it. Don't get me wrong. You about to be 10 weeks away from your kids.
And that's what I was gonna say. I didn't know that they are like away like that. But if she's stressing off of these 2 weeks right now, and she don't get to see her kids in them 10 weeks, it is about to be a problem. I'm surprised she says stay, because I'm surprised he says stay, because I'd have been like, nah, boo, I'm good. You know, you don't seem like. But what did he say to her? I just want you to have a good time. I'm going to try. Girl, you're not giving him nothing to work with. You sitting like this, your body language all I can't. Do a video phone, do a Zoom, chat them. Somebody send them up there, wherever how far. I came up here.
I'm sure she's doing all that.
Am I there for them? No, I miss them, but I'm here for them. Also, you just trying to get a pappy. You ain't even trying to get.
I've been said that. She said that at the wedding, and I'm just like, girl, you looking for this your daddy now?
Right.
That's how they gonna roll up with him.
Right. I don't like that.
I don't like that he called it out to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like he basically called her out on it. Like on the wedding day, he seemed to be more understanding, and I understand. But this time, I think, you know, she driving a wedge with him.
Yep.
You know, you on thin, and so, you know, at the end you crying about your kids and all this time, but if you've done all this just to waste that time away from your kids, you're gonna be looking like a fool and feeling like one. You're gonna be looking like one, and you're gonna be feeling like one. So give it a chance, Poppy.
Before we pop you.
Good, not before we pop you. They were doing she doing too much, and he just seems like a really nice guy who's just really looking for someone that's gonna love him for him and accept his daughters or daughter.
Sure. I think he got two.
Two. Okay. Yeah, just accept my kids because he has 2 kids. Yeah, accept my daughters for as I am, and that's it. That's all he's looking for. He's not looking for very much. And then here she comes, just girl. They. And you're right, Johnny. I'm sure that they have set up and established a Zoom call or FaceTime because they see that she claimed to be so miserable, but. Right, just doing too much and just doing too much. Like, girl, okay, I get you missing. I get it. I totally get it. But at some point, you got to live. You got to live your life, okay?
She was on my entire nervous system. I was ready. I was looking at the TV. I was fanning the TV. Like, off. Like, ugh.
Right. So
now, I'm one of those people, though. If I go somewhere and it gets to be that 5th day, I am ready to go home. So I understand she might be a little homesick, and I want to be in my own dwellings and all that.
She did that at the wedding, Ja.
I know.
She did at the wedding.
So that's what I mean. Like Poppy. I can understand at this point you might be, you know, you missing this and this and that, but yeah, I mean, it's been 7 days. And
I think it's been longer though, because the one dude said weeks. Australia, Pastor Cal. He said, you guys have been together for weeks. And when he was going off on Haley and David, he said weeks. Yeah. So I think it's been a while, which was another reason why I was like with David and them. If it's been longer than that next day, y'all haven't talked. I don't think they even like been together or talked or anything, you know, to try to work that out. And then they just fixed it in one little episode. But who was that said she calls me, says she misses me, so I have to come home. So I kind of like that.
Oh,
Oh, makeup girl. I don't
I
even
can't
remember
think
her
of that. I
name.
can't remember their names. This is
Makeup,
horrible.
right.
Okay, so another couple
Mm-hmm.
that really, well, I won't say the couple, but the chick that got on my nerve was Michelle.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought her up. I'm mad that they did not. I need the unseen footage to show on the couch where he talked about her complaining, because I know he talked about her whinging and whinging and whinging.
He's still going on. Well, I'm mad you
He's not
love
gonna
that word.
I do.
too old. You know, not that he's old, but he's too grown for it. And
Oh
so he's
yeah.
not gonna stand for that. You know, at this point, he's setting his ways. He knows what he don't want. He knows what he wants and what he needs, and he knows. But he be dressing fly, okay?
He about
Because
to, yeah, he about to
he
be
be
the
dressing
papa of the
fly.
group too.
And then I don't know if you noticed this, but when they went on the honeymoon, and he was messing up on the he
Those
wasn't doing this,
$400 pants.
but he fell when he was trying to do the car and it flipped over or whatever down the slope. He said, "Man, I messed up. These pants are $300, right?" And
Oh
then
honey. Oh honey.
Oh, no,
400. It was
Yes, it's
400. But then when
$400
he
pants.
came back, he said $300. So he spent some money on his clothes, and he looks very, very mature. I mean, he's only 52, and so for me,
He's a good looking 52 though.
he looks older than 52 to me personally. But I love the way he dressed.
It's the tanning. You know, that tanning age.
You said that tanning age.
I just feel like I'm not that far. But then again, I am black, and you know, black don't crack. But even she looks like a really
I think he
mature.
might look.
She's like our age too. She's 47, isn't she, or 48?
48.
He's 48.
48.
So she looks way more mature looking than I do, I think.
She does. She has the motherly look.
But I think he looks better in person. Like if you outside of TV, he probably looks more like a young 50 something.
I would agree.
Because that purple blazer was popping.
Oh yeah, you notice they were the only couple to kiss on the couch too, like the mom.
Yeah. But I didn't like how when they first arrived, when the girls were first sitting around talking, and they were talking about who was, had sex, and somebody asked Michelle, and she was just like, "Oh God, no." I was like, "Really? You gotta say it like that though? Just say no, we haven't. Like,
Right.
like it's disgusting."
Right, girl, calm down. Like for real, calm down.
What you want, a cheetah? Do you want a cheetah, or do you want somebody to have sex with you? Which one? Do you want the cheetah?
She's a cheetah, right? You better get
cheetah.
Oh, speaking of that, Joe, did you see how she talked all that mess? Oh, the wedding, we had so much. It was beautiful. It was great. And
you're lying.
I'm
Just lies.
We rolled that beautiful bean footage, please. We all seen that. Take a look. We all saw that. Like, we all saw where you was like needing your tequila. You was mad because they didn't have no tequila. You needed to get me out of here. Your daughter was snitching. Your son talking about, just chill. They rock, paper, scissor in it in the parking lot trying to figure out if she coming back or whatever. Like dang. And that's why I said I need some unseen footage on their part in the couch. Because I need to know that they talked about the cheetah. And I need to know
once
that
a
they
cheetah,
talked about
always a cheetah.
Once a cheetah, always a cheetah. And
is it cheetah or cheater?
Right. and I need to hear about him going off on her and clowning her about her complaining because she's a bad loser. I need that unseen footage. Can y'all make that for me, please?
Right, but they're not messy like Bravo.
Yes.
Bravo would have rolled
And
that
MTV,
beautiful bean footage.
For sure. That'd have been a whole episode.
What about Mikey and Natasha?
They were cool.
Because, she basically said that she was having a good time and everything. But he had those reservations in the back of her mind. So maybe she's not picking up on that. But, he didn't say nothing really much about it. But.
Right.
These couples seem like they trying to get together, like they like each other, but they weren't really telling the stuff. Look, they weren't telling what we know, what we've seen. You know what I mean? They weren't really telling what we've seen, except for they talked about Poppy, but we didn't get to see much of her, because we were going too much. Amanda I was about to call her a bad name. And Tosh.
My favorite least wife.
Right, Tosh. And then you had Mikey and I be calling her Posh because she looked like Posh Spice to me.
Natasha.
Don't she look like Posh Spice?
I cannot.
Mikey and Posh they had their little things, but when we couldn't get through, nobody could get through get a word in edgewise besides the $25 an hour wage.
Yeah, but for the most part, the rest of the couples, they seem to be pretty happy. And I mean, I know all of that is going to change once they move in together because you never really know a person until you live with them. But I really like the dynamic that Cathy and
Is it Josh?
Josh. Yes, I really
Oh,
like them.
Because they
They're
were
cute.
talking and they were like, "Oh, he was saying something. And, well, we can let them know that we've had sex." He said, "But we don't have to give the details and all that stuff."
Right. So I did like how they were on a united front. Look, this
yes.
what we rolling with. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, I think that they're gonna go all the way. I think that they're still together.
The whole 2 seconds or 20 seconds.
Right.
The whole 20 seconds. It lasted.
Right. So they were cute. They were
Mhm.
definitely cute. And then is that it?
Dang, did we get through all of them?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a trillion of them. We gotta bust them out.
For real. I like how what's his name? Steven like kind of took charge. They kind of let him lead. Like, the dinner, he did the announcement and stuff like that. And then when little whiny boy was having an issue about, I basically he told Haley, you better thank Steve over there because he had me put this stay on here because it was a leave, buddy.
Yeah,
It was
he
definitely a
kicked into
leave.
daddy mode. He was like, look,
Yeah,
yeah, and I love that. I love that
I know.
he's the voice of reason for the group. I love that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. And they probably still to this day probably reach out to him for
Probably.
advice.
He is a barber. He is a
Right.
barber.
That's
Barbers and
right.
beauticians are
And
psychiatrists.
bartenders,
Uh-huh.
but Tosh ain't talking to nobody. She just trying to flirt and get you drunk.
Yeah, she was trying to convert. She was
I
trying to
just
be a
feel like
pastor.
Hey, you should. Hey,
but I just feel like
did
she's
have our
very
pastor hat on.
immature. Like I think some of her ways are immature. Even though she had said in the beginning she was, they didn't take her serious. I wonder why.
I don't like how she treats Amanda. That's just me. I don't.
Like
I
her
just
lips.
don't. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Good night.
They should be like this.
All their lips. Let's just say
hers is Stacy.
And they put extra gloss
Yes.
on.
Why Stacy always look like she just get hers freshly done. Like they always swollen. She can't never close her lips. Her lips be like this the whole time.
Here's the profile.
Yes.
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 And she is really sitting to the side with her lips protruding out.
Yes.
I cannot.
Looking
And
like
they probably it's probably not that bad, but if you put on extra lip gloss and lipstick
and that plumper lip gloss. Yes, which you don't need. I'm telling you, every time I see Stacy, especially when you see her by the side and they were, when they were showing her husband's faces and she's to the side, she kind of looking at him, she always looked like she got an attitude, like she stank because them lips be out like you was doing, Joe. She Vera DeMilo. That's what I'm start calling her, so I remember her. That's Vera. That's Vera. She is always Vera because they always look like they freshly done. Like that top one, it's so big, it won't stay down. It's up here.
Her afternoon procedure.
Girl.
Her lunchtime procedure.
All of that. Actually, it's all day because she just passed the bar. She don't work. So when it's preschool procedure. When the babies go to school, that's when she goes to the doctor.
I can't.
But I am glad that Steve,
maybe Botox is cheap out there.
And gave the pep talk because people like the idea of being married and being a wife and a husband or whatever, but they really don't want to do the work. And every day is not going to be peaches and cream. Okay, so You
Mhm.
know, you have a little thing one day, you let it go. Like they all need to remember that. They say they'll go to bed angry at each other and stuff like that.
Well, he's still talking about that $25 an hour wage.
Oh
Hey,
my God, you will not let it go.
hey. But yeah.
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 Well, I guess we have unpacked the entire 2 episodes of
We
Married at
did
First
good.
Sight. Any predictions for the next episode?
On
Oh
and
yeah.
popping.
Yes.
It's on and
Somebody
popping.
getting thrown out. Somebody sleeping on the couch the first
Besides
night,
Amanda.
and oh my God, and hopefully Johnny gets some. I'm rooting for you,
Yes,
Johnny.
I'm hoping so too. I am
Mhm.
hoping so too.
Look
So
at
much.
Johnny's face.
What? You don't want her to get any?
No, she's looking like that boy's not getting none. She look like
Why? I
he's
think
not
Muscle
he.
though.
up.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, if he
muscle up.
takes the lead,
He's gonna have to. He's
mm-hmm,
gonna
You're
have
right. He's going to have to.
That's the point. He has
Yeah,
to. He may
yeah.
not
It's
be
not.
ready.
It's not like she's Iris. He needs to go ahead and
she's
get.
open to the possibility.
She is. She just needs to be tapped. But I'm tired of her not catching them hints when you right here and we just looking to smile and just kind of turn your head. No, can I get a pet? Can I get a? I mean, they do show intimacy though. They do. They are close, but oh,
I think she's a virgin.
Say that before.
But Mikey, speaking of, was it Mikey? Was it Mikey and Natasha who brought up that they had not had sex, but they had had some intimate moments,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that.
yes.
It don't all have to be physical.
It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. It doesn't. So yeah, that's going along with Connie and Johnny too. But see, the Mikey dude, at least he said, I've had, just relationships where sex, I wanted to last.
Yep.
I wanted to be forever.
Uh-uh.
I was like, oh, them accents are killing me. I want to forever. I've had sex. I want it to last.
Yeah.
You
And
do?
I can
You want it to
appreciate that.
last?
And I can
Oh, I know.
appreciate that.
I do. But yeah, Johnny he not going to have to take it, or he gonna have to like either write a contract about it or something. He might need to write a dissertation about what was she talking about? She was so excited about NASA and the
Mm-hmm.
new planet.
Well, she's a
Be like,
marine biologist, so that's to be expected. They geek out when they get on the
But he
subject.
said he liked that. He wanted, basically, in layman terms, he said he wanted somebody with some brains.
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah.
But when she was talking with the other people, the other participants, they probably looking at her. It was glossed over their face like, what?
Okay, we drinking. We ain't trying to listen to that.
Right?
Right.
She has nervous energy. I really think that she was nervous, and
I
I think
think so
she come
too.
together herself.
No, boo.
And
I think that's her. She's real comfortable with him now. Remember, she hugged on his back. She's real comfortable with him now. You gotta be comfortable to bust that laugh out in front of somebody. That's like a snort.
Silly.
For real. That's like a snort. You only snort, when you like comfortable that type of
Well, we're gonna see. They're gonna have to have some type of button heads, and we gotta see how they handle that.
Mm-hmm. Because again, you don't know a person until you live with them. So we'll see how that all turns out. That's gonna be interesting for the next couple of episodes. So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Thank you, ladies, for joining me this evening, and thank you for listening. Definitely be sure to catch me on Live, Laugh, and Lovey on all social media platforms. Share, like, comment, everything, all of that. Yes, please do so. All right. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.